Oh, come on. Good start to the video. Dead battery. It's a manual. We got a fix for that. Oh boy. I guess the first stop is O'Reilly Auto Parts to get a battery for this thing. Oh man. Oh boy. What a day. The car's dirty too, it's been raining. Shit. Might be able to get it. Hell no. Shit. Oh my god. Come on. Yeah, come on. We got her. We got her going. And that, people, is how you push start a manual transmission. Well, I guess first stop is gonna be O'Reilly Auto Parts to get a battery for this thing. That's so funny. The first video I make about this car, the battery's completely dead. Come on, little rowdy girl. What a start. Anyways, I guess now's a good time to explain what's going on. Contrary to the previous videos that I've made with motorcycles and stuff, since then I've bought a 2010 Chevrolet Corvette that's just freaking going off the wall right now with alarms because the battery, I promise it's never this bad. It's weird, it's acting up for the camera right now, but it's a 2010 Chevrolet Corvette. I bought it shortly after I stopped making motorcycle videos. And I stopped making motorcycle videos because I had a real bad accident on the Aprilia. I've since fixed it and sold the bike. I'm not out of bikes completely because of it. I just didn't have time with the work schedule that I have. And I figured, you know, I've always wanted a Corvette, so I got me one. It's a C6. I don't know if you can tell from the video yet, if you can hear the car, but it's got a nice big cam that I did on it a few months back. It's running on E85, and I got some PRC heads put on it. She's pretty rowdy for a naturally aspirated car. I do eventually want to do something along the lines of either a turbo or a supercharger. I just got to figure out what it is I want to do. So here forward with the channel, I think I want to give updates on the Corvette as they come. I guess first episode includes putting a battery in it, so I guess there's a start. But I do want to fix the little things with it and sort of give insight to, you know, people that have a similar car, that the videos could help them, and just kind of, you know, vlog the process as it goes along. The known issues I do have with it right now, I mean, it's nothing drivability wise, obviously, besides a dead battery. One of the big things is obviously the fuel gauge doesn't work because the passenger side fuel tank, the sensor inside of it is bad. I actually just replaced the fuel pump, but the fuel pump is on the driver's side, so I kind of didn't get so lucky with that. And if anybody here has ever done anything with the fuel tanks on a Corvette, they know that it's a pain in the ass to drop the tanks on these things. And at the time, whenever I was doing all the modifications to this car, I just couldn't be asked to drop both of the tanks because the driver's side was already being a little bit of a pain in the ass. So I was already tired and ready to be done with it, and that was one of the last things I did to it before I got it tuned. But another issue that I have with it that I do want to fix here pretty soon is when I was at work, I was on my way home from work, and I was sitting at a stoplight, and somebody cut the corner too sharp, and up there on the passenger side front, somebody just barely clipped it. It didn't do a whole lot of damage, I think. It kind of misplaced the headlight a little bit. I got it set back. I'm sure there's some brackets and stuff that may be broken, but it's sitting where it needs to sit right now, and it's not moving. But it cracked the front bumper a little bit, cracked the clear coat on it. I'll get a little video of that here in a minute. It's not terrible. It's a little bit of an eyesore, but it's not awful. It didn't do anything bad to the structure or anything. I didn't think it was worth it to claim it on insurance because I've got uninsured motorist and you know, full coverage and everything. I guess it's a good thing to mention that it was a hit and run, so they didn't have any insurance, I'm assuming, or they just didn't want to be bothered with it. So here we are at O'Reilly's. All right, we've got our trusty battery here. So now let's hope she starts. Perfect. To be fair, it was just running, so it does need it though. It had only been sitting for one day, sat overnight, and the battery died. So let's get back, and I guess first episode is going to be swapping the battery in this thing. Oh my god, oh my god. And on a side note, the reason the check engine light is on is because the fuel gauge, I think that all the traction control, all the traction control stuff went off, so we're good on that. I think that's just because I started it with the battery dead. You know what I should have got? I should have got the hood struts. That's another thing. The hood struts are blown, so the hood doesn't stay up. This thing is so ratchet for what it is. I'm not gonna say that. It's not a bad car at all. Not at all. It's a really good car. Alright, so we have our cheeky little Corvette Performance hood prop here, specially made by GM. Don't ask me where I got it, because I got it straight from GM. Here's our culprit here, the dead battery. And here's our new one. And there are our tools. So we're gonna go ahead and get to replacing this guy. Just to make matters that much better. It's raining. Bad battery out. Good battery in. I try not to squish my wires here. I've got all the wiring to the E85 flex fuel kit, which I'll show you here. This wire here goes down to the ECM, and the whole harness goes along back of the engine and over here to this flex fuel sensor. So that's how I'm able to run E85. She's good to go. Now we can put away our professional grade GM hood prop, specially made for Corvette Performance. You just remove that there. It may look like a broom, but I promise you it's not. It is not a broom. Perfect. Now, I guess we could go over what the car looks like. I don't know why the headlights are on, because I just put the battery on. But here's the damage here. You can see the gap is a little messed up around the headlight. It's a little wonky. You can see the damage. Here's where the clear coat cracked. I mean, like I said, it's not awful. It's not terrible. But it's alright. It's not terrible. Got the Nitto NT05R drag radials on it. And that's our wonky exhaust. Don't mind the dirt and stuff on the back, but a little wonky exhaust. It hits the frame a little bit. You can hear it a little bit. So let's get her started up on the new battery. Back up and running again. Another little helpful tip for anybody who's got a Corvette. If you can see, I don't know if you can, but there's a small gap right there in the window, and that's because whenever you unplug the battery, it does not remember where the window is. So like, the window is supposed to go up and down as you open and close the door to give clearance, but now it doesn't remember. A good tip for anybody with a Corvette, that way you don't have to take it to the dealer, roll it all the way up to where it's sitting in the crevice, and then roll it all the way down, both of them, both windows, preferably not when it's raining, and hold the two buttons down for about 5 seconds. Let it go, pull both of the buttons back up, and hold it all the way up for another 5 seconds, both of them. And let it go, and then now it should be good. See how it comes down, close it, goes back up. And now we're going back to O'Reilly's to get our core. But Steven, you said you had drag radials on and it's raining outside. Yeah, and we like to live on the edge sometimes, and that's okay. See, it's not that bad with drag radials in the rain. To be fair though, to be completely honest, I've driven this thing in the rain before with the drag radials on it, the NT05Rs, and it's actually not bad at all. The only time I've ever had an issue was when it was straight downpouring and it was starting to obviously puddle up on the road really bad. And then even then, it started getting a little squirrely on me, but it wasn't that bad. It was still completely controllable. Now obviously I wasn't going like 60 on the highway, I was going like 40 miles an hour, but still, I mean, I wasn't dumb enough to go that fast. I'm sure if you went that fast in rain, then, I mean, everybody can do the math on 2 + 2 = 4, so I'm sure you can see where that's going. And for those of you that don't know, drag radials have a lot less cuts in the tread. So whenever it's wet outside, the treads in a regular tire help dissipate the rain from under the tire, and drag radials do a lot less of that. They're more of a flat compound than having all of the tread in it. It still has some tread, which gives it a bit of drivability while it rains, but just not as much as a normal tire. And we are back at O'Reilly's to return our core because I want my $18 back. What the hell? Oh, it's boosted. Hell yeah. That's cool. I didn't even notice that the first time I came in. That thing is cool. It's a little beat up, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. Turbo 2J action. Let's not scrape this time. Oh yeah. I think for the coming up videos, the next video for sure, I want to go ahead and take that fender off and possibly the bumper and try to assess the damage underneath and see what all needs to be replaced. So I think we're gonna go ahead and tackle that next video. I wanted to do it this video, but as you can see, it's starting to rain and I have to go back to work here pretty soon. I just don't have the time for it. For those of you who don't know, I do work for 2 weeks straight on, and I've got a whole week off, which that's probably going to change here pretty soon. So I'll be able to upload a lot more, but I'm going to try and film while I'm down there and get some videos together, maybe bring my laptop and do some editing, maybe get a couple of videos out while I'm down at work. Takwache, cuz! You know, I'm just gonna try and steadily upload just random stuff, what I'm doing to the car and what's going on, and maybe a little bit of racing down in Mexico. I take frequent trips to Mexico, so that should be pretty fun. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, just leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you did and didn't like for this little introductory video slash replacing a battery. Hopefully the next video we can get on to some more detailed stuff. So I appreciate you guys tuning in and have a good day.